Hello and welcome back everybody, I am your host Sancarn, and today we are going to be building the Elevator of Awesome, which I recently showcased on my YouTube channel. This elevator is super small, multiplayer friendly and incredibly fast, reaching speeds of up to 20 meters per second. The elevator itself currently only works in Minecraft 14W11b and above, which ultimately means it is safe for Minecraft 1.8. However, it does not work in Minecraft 1.7.4. But Sancarn, if I'm going to be using your elevator, then I need to know how to use it, right? Well, small voice inside my head, it's actually quite simple. You just literally walk up to here, against this pressure plate here, and then just get in the minecart. And then you zoom straight up to the top of your elevator, and then it'll kick you off at the right moment and push you out with these pistons. Simple. Let's begin by choosing which blocks we are going to build with. I'd suggest picking two different types of blocks while building this elevator, as it can really help a lot while building. I'm going to use iron blocks, emerald blocks, and quartz slabs. First, we are going to place two iron blocks 4 blocks apart. On top of these iron blocks, we are going to alternate between emerald blocks and iron blocks until we reach the height of our platform above. The emerald block should line up directly with the platform. However, if it doesn't, this can be easily overcome by replacing the red wool blocks here with slabs. Next, we place glass panes directly adjacent to these emerald and iron columns. It is important to note that at the current time, we may not have any other blocks touching these glass panes, so we have to break these 2 blocks. Next, we are going to break all the glass panes which are directly next to iron blocks on the left-hand side. Afterwards, we shall place 3 iron blocks in a row next to the iron blocks in the column. Then, we will place powered rails on top of these blocks and power them. Finally, we will place furnace minecarts onto the rails and push them into place. To finish off this section, we will break all the iron blocks with rails on top of them. However, before removing the second set of blocks, I set up a glass barrier so the minecarts cannot be pushed out of place. Note: do not be disconcerted by the orientation of some of the minecarts. They are likely visual bugs which will fix themselves in due course. Next, we build a little contraption on top of the elevator. We will use this to drop furnace minecarts down onto the other side from above. So the algorithm to place the furnace minecarts into the elevator is as follows. Step 1. Replace the glass pane next to the emerald block with another emerald block. Step 2. Go up to the mechanism on top and place a furnace minecart down. Step 3. Let the furnace minecart drop until it rests on the emerald block placed in step 1. Repeat until done. Now we remove the mechanism on top and place down another glass barrier like we did before. Then we push the minecarts against the barrier and the glass pane. Remember, when pushing the minecarts, start in the very center of the elevator, crouch, and push the minecart slowly outwards and into position. It's very easy to mess up if you're not careful, so be careful. Remember, get rid of any scaffolding before you move on to the next part. Next, we're going to be placing slabs, glass and pistons. Here, I mark out the positions on the far left hand side of the design before getting to work in placing the pistons and glass. The slabs on the left are aligned with the emerald blocks, and the slabs on the right are aligned with the iron blocks. Remember to place these slabs upside down so you can place rails on them later. Next, we power the pistons, forcing the slabs into the same block as the furnace minecarts. And finally, we remove all redstone blocks and pistons. Then we move the glass blocks in the front from the middle to the sides. This exposes the half slabs such that we can put the rails on top of them. As we put the rails down onto the half slabs, we might as well put our front covering on, sealing the elevator and preventing it from getting accidentally damaged. Now, to get kicked out of the minecart into the right position, we need our activator rail in the right position. That correct position is here, directly under the last minecart rail. We shall then power this activator rail with a redstone block from behind. Now, we only have a few more odd jobs to do to complete this elevator. We first remove the bottom 2 minecarts and all unnecessary blocks in that region. Then, we power every rail in the system except for the very bottom rail. You can do this by powering the rails from the left hand side and in line with the second emerald block. From there, just put a redstone block every 2 blocks up. Next, we are going to deal with the redstone launching mechanism. First, I will place this dispenser here, behind the powered rail, and then I will dig a 3 deep area beneath the elevator so we can build the redstone. First, we place a fence with an iron pressure plate on top. Underneath the fence, we put a piston inverter. In turn, this is inverted and outputted to the dispenser using a torch. At the same time, the signal takes half slab wiring up and powers the track. Next, we take a redstone signal out of the block powering the dispenser and lead this through 2 repeaters set to 1 tick. These lead into a piston monostable circuit with another repeater on 4. This is then led to a torch tower up to the top of the elevator. Finally, we need to build the minecart collection system. After clearing some of the glass, I removed the last 5 rails of the minecart elevator. Then we need to hop over to the back of the build. Here we place a powered rail like this. We also put a regular rail on top of the iron block. Then we can go back around and put all the rails back on the front of the elevator. Now, going back to the back of the machine, we place a chest 2 blocks below and 1 block to the left of the iron block, and put a hopper on top of this chest. We then put an iron block on top of that, and a rail on top of that, and then a minecart hopper on top of that. We then break the block and place the sand on top of the minecart, a cactus on the sand, and a trapdoor on top of the cactus to prevent it growing. Finally, one needs to make a hopper and chest chain to the dispenser below, and fill the dispenser with minecarts to complete the retrieval system. The last thing to be implemented is the piston pusher, which is simply done by placing 2 pistons and running some redstone like this. Then all that is left is decor, unless you are on multiplayer. Those who want the elevator for SMP will require this teeny little add-on. This will lengthen the pulse, preventing people from getting stuck in the elevator. And that's it for the tutorial. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below and I will get to it as soon as possible. But for now, I'll catch you next time.